How you guys doing? This JLC right here at the Pigeon Loft, and I was just out here feeding my little young Kikirikis. These are my older ones, the ones that started being born like in February, like around those times. Yeah, like January, February, the end of January. These are the older ones. I let them out right here so they can just be out here walking around, scratching and just being little chickens and roosters, you know. So I just decided to make a video just to show you guys the little kikirikitos, like that's those little tiny roosters right there. And then you got that little black and white rooster who wants to hang out with them. Yeah, but those little orange roosters, they're the sons of my little orange rooster that I have. And then these are the sons of the little white ones that I have. And then in here, there's more of them in here that they didn't come out. These are the little hens, little roosters, little hens, and there's that little tiny hen. I like her color. She came out pretty nice. And then this is my little the little silky hen. And then these are the ones that didn't come out. That's the little rooster. And then that's one of the little hens right there. I put that right there for their water yesterday, that way, because they kept running out of water and dirtying their water. So I figured fill up that thing, build that for them. They will have a better chance, more water, you know, so I don't have to be dealing with them running out of water. Yeah, I fed them some chick starter. So they're just sitting here eating. And those are the big ones, the ones that were born from my outside chickens. And that's the big rooster right there. I think he should be like about 4 months old, going on 5 months. Even her right there. The other little hens that I had in here, they started laying eggs. So I ended up putting them over here. They're right here with this white rooster. Let's see if I can get this open. Yeah, I ended up putting them right here. That's both of them. With this little white rooster. They started laying already, so I figured I wanted to see what I get, you know, from the little white rooster and those little two hens. And then the other one, I put her right here with this rooster. That's the other sister. She's also pretty neat. I like the spots on her, on the back of her. How she came out like yellow with white spots. And then that little white rooster right there. He's a pretty nice little white rooster. And then I ended up putting this little rooster over here with these little hens. Just for now, because I got one sitting on eggs in there. And I kind of didn't want to mess with them, so I ended up putting her in there with them. Let me put this lock back in here. There you go. Yeah, I ended up putting him in here with this little hen. But I don't think she's laying eggs right now, but the other one, she's been laying on eggs for about a week already. And then those are for my Azteca rooster over there. And then over here, I got him. And then the little chicken that she was sitting on eggs in there, her baby's hatched. And then I put her in there. Let me see if you guys can see her. So I wanted to, that's the mama of those two little hens that I have over there. So I ended up putting her in there. She's a good mom chicken, and I wanted to see what she will get with this little white rooster. You know, see what babies that come out. And then right here, I got these right here too. This little pair, these little miniature pata corta, cerramitas. The little chicken is like perfect. I don't know, she kind of looks like a little Azteca, little miniature hen with her. I like how her little tail is just like straight back. But with him, it should be nothing but little tiny short leg chicks right here. And then over here, this is the one rooster I had over there, but I wanted to breed him with this white chicken. I wanted to see what kind of babies I get off of him, you know. So far from him, I think she laid one egg. I had her with that other little rooster, with the little tiny white one. But yeah, I put her in with him. And we'll see what babies I hatch from them, you know. So yeah, that's one of my favorite little roosters. I got a lot of babies from him over there. So I'm hoping I get some really, really nice ones to keep and to sell, you know. I wish I can keep them all, but I don't want to have too many. And then right here too, I got my little orange rooster. That's the dad of those little orange roosters over there. Turns out he's one of my favorite ones now. And then the little hen, and I think I took their eggs out and I gave them to, I had a chicken that started sitting on eggs. I think I gave them to that chicken. I don't remember. But yeah. And then over here, I ended up getting this new rooster, that new little Azteca Girito right there. So I put him with my Giritas. Over there to get some Azteca Giros, you know. I don't know if you guys remember, I had them with the dad. I was breeding them back, you know, but I got so many babies from them that I was like, nah, that's enough. And then the last eggs they had, I ended up giving them to this one chicken. So if they all hatched, there was 10 eggs. Hopefully we hatch them all, you know. But yeah, a lot of the babies they had, a lot of them came out pretty nice. Maybe in some future videos that I make when they get a little bit older, we'll be able to see them and see how they turned out. So far, this is going to be the new little breeder right here. Still young, but he's nice, like him. And then over here, I got this rooster. Hold on. Alright, we're back. I was just trying to, the little chicken was stuck behind the little box. But yeah, this little rooster right here, my little bulico, I ended up putting her in here with them, so I wanted to see if I can get some pinto ones like them, you know. But I got her, she's sitting on eggs over there. I should have checked on her, on the date on the eggs to see when they would hatch. Maybe like another week. But yeah, got her hatching the eggs. And then I put her in here with him. So far she's laid 2 eggs, so we'll see what we get from that. And then over here, my little mini one, small little girito. And the little giritas, so they've been collecting a lot of eggs in there. Well, they got like 6. Hopefully one of them starts getting broody, you know, culeca, so I want him to hatch. I think I had some from some other eggs that I put out from last time. I got some babies from him. And then over here I got a lot of mom chickens with the babies. This one too, her babies barely hatched, like I think it was like 3-4 days ago. About almost a week ago. So yeah, there they are. Looks like they're doing good. Let me see if I can hold it for a second while you guys can see the baby chicks. There they are, you know. You can see 3 little white ones, 1 brown one, and 2 little black ones. There they are, you know. We'll put her back in there so she can go back and take care of her babies. And then right here, I also got her with babies. Let me see if I can. Yeah, she ended up having, she hatched 6 little baby chicks right there. You can see them. And all of them are her chicks, except for this one right there. That one's not from her. But all the other ones, they are from her. And that little girito that I have over there with my pigeons. So yeah, she hatched 5 from her, and then 1. That one is from I think he's from the giritos that I have over there. But yeah, there's those right there. It looks like that little black and white one made it into the cage, and now he's fighting with my girito in there. But yeah, looks like he's winning. That's his little cage, so he's protecting it. And then this is the one that I had over there with the white rooster. She also hatched her chicks like a couple of days ago. You can see she had three white ones and 2 black ones. So the 2 white ones look like the dad, and then the 2 black ones look like the mom. And then over here, also she just hatched her babies too the other day. She ended up having, she hatched 5 baby chicks. She ended up hatching actually 7 that were hatched from her. But I don't know why she killed one of them. I was kind of upset, but I don't know why she killed it. I was like, man, I don't know why. Maybe she didn't recognize him, but they were all born together with her at the same time. I put them with her, but she ended up killing that one. So I was checking on her, making sure she wasn't violent towards the other ones, but no, it was only that one baby. I don't know why she did it, but she did do it, you know. And then these are the little older ones. As you can tell right here, look, they're already all doing good. There's 7. Out of these, I ended up taking, I think 2 of them had died on her. And then I ended up taking 1 inside. But yeah, these are her babies. It's around the winter time, too cold, you know, even though I cover them up right here, they still didn't. Maybe she wasn't like keeping them warm enough, but yeah, luckily those 7, they're doing good and she's taking care of them. Maybe like another 2 weeks, she'll be back out with the roosters, laying more eggs and hatching more babies. So we'll see what happens. And then my little girita. Last year she didn't have any babies for me because I didn't let her, but this year she ended up hatching about, like 7 of them. Yeah. There they are. She ended up hatching 7 baby chicks. 3 black ones, 1 pinto, and 2 little white ones. Damn, she's also a mean little chicken. She always attacks me. But yeah. And then over here, she's the one I had down there with the one little white rooster, and she ended up hatching maybe like 6 babies. 3 white ones, 1 brown one. I think that's the only one that's actually not her egg, was that little brown one right there. But yeah, you know, it looks like they're all doing good, and she's taking care of them pretty good. For being the first time mom chicken, you know, sometimes they don't do good when it's their first time, sometimes they do great. But yeah, 6 babies. And then down here I got my little tiny white chicken. I guess remember she had hatched 9 babies. And you know, all her babies right there, 9 little white chicks. Yeah, with the white little mom chicken. These are all her eggs. She hatched every 1 egg that she was sitting on. So, yep. And then over here, we got her, my other Girita. She also hatched. Well, she had more babies, but I think with her right now she has 6, but I think we ended up losing about a couple from her. Yeah, we ended up losing a couple from her, but out of, I think she hatched out like, she had like 9. Out of 9, she has 6 right here. I think 2 of them died. And 1 of them, I took him inside, but I had him there for a while, but he still ended up dying. So 6 babies. But yeah, like I said, sometimes not all of them make it. And if they do, then it's a good mom chicken, you know. There's all the other ones out here still out here running around. Gotta make sure they all go back inside their little cage. And then I put my little Kirito over here. Maybe I have to get him 1 little chicken just for himself, you know. Just like this guy over here, I ended up putting her with him. But it looks like he's over here messing with the nest. So far she's laid about 3 eggs. So yeah. Yeah, so far she's laid about 3 eggs. You know, trying to feed her the hay that I put in there for the nest. Yeah, that's one of my little favorite roosters too. And then the pigeons, I had let them out earlier, so you know, maybe we'll end the video by feeding them and giving them some food, since I haven't fed them earlier because they still had a lot of food and I wanted them to finish eating the food. So yeah, we'll end up this video by feeding the pigeons, and we'll put some food in here for them. That's what I wanted to see. They eat all the food that was in here. So yeah, look at them. They were hungry. And the other ones can't even get into the food. Yeah, I just wanted them to eat all the food that they had left over in there. I hate for them to be wasting food. Same with these. Yeah, they had a lot of food left over, so they ended up eating all of it. And now, yep, how they're hungry. So make sure they eat good before they go to sleep. You know, I just wanted to make sure they ate all the food they had inside their bowls. That way they don't waste too much food. And they'll eat right now, and then they'll have some food in the morning. They'll eat it, and then I'll end up refeeding them, you know. And then I've had a couple babies hatch too. Maybe I'll show them to you guys. These two, they had a lot. They had a lot of food, and it looks like they ate it also. I'm gonna refeed them right now. But they were out there flying around, so they probably ate outside from all the chicken food that's all laying around everywhere. Oh, right there, the chickens, I give them food and they just make messes everywhere. But yeah, it looks like they're digging in. And then the rollers, they have food, so I don't know if I should feed them or leave that there for them to eat till tomorrow. Probably give them a little bit more food, you know, for these over here. These right here, my Isabellas, I should call them. They ended up hatching their babies. As you can see, there's the mom stepping on them. Watch out. Yeah, there they are. There's the two babies, and it's already getting a little dark, so you won't be able to see them that good. And then these right here, same thing. Give them some food. And those, they still have food, but they're being picky and they want more food. Give them some food. And then the ones on the bottom, give them some food. And these, they still have food. See, that's why I don't like. They get picky. See, like these, they don't have food on the bottom, so that's good. And these, they still have food, but they get picky. But yeah, there's a Kikirikis and the pigeons. So there's my rabbit right there. Jack rabbit. It's a female, so we decided to name her Jackie the rabbit. Jackie like a jackrabbit, but we was gonna name it Jack if it was a boy, but we named it Jackie because it's a girl. And there's my dog. Last time she had her, she was trying to freaking mess with her. But looks like the damn dog already broke my door right here. I gotta fix that. But yeah, let me know what's up, and you know, if you guys haven't subscribed, please give me a like and a subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you right here at JLC's Pigeon Loft. Like I always say, you know, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.